students, now let us see how the three-dimensional figures are coming. Here A was this one, B is this one, and I have taken another C. This is also one proper subset of real number set. So we have got A cross B. Actually we need to find A cross B cross C. And also I will forget, that's why I am saying now, the elements of this set is called ordered triplet, or you can say the triplets also. Ordered triplet, that was ordered pair, and this is ordered triplet. Now how triplets are coming? Actually the same type of definition we can give, that is A, B, C, where such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B, and C belongs to C. This is the definition only. This is the ordered triplet. How we are getting? How we are getting the ordered triplet? Here, just see, A cross B was, if I draw this one, A cross B, it was those sets, 1, 5, those elements actually, 1, 5, 1, 7, 2, 5, and so on. Lots of elements are there, 9 elements. Actually, one rule, that is 3. Those are this set A consists of 3 elements, and also set B. So 3 cross 3, it is coming 9. You can see 9 elements are there. So 3 cross 3 cross 3, that is in the ordered triplet 27 elements will be there. Okay, let me just do for this one. See, the C here I have taken intentionally the minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So same way all those elements will make the relation with each other. Okay, so what will be this one? Let me write. So first one, 1, 5, minus 1. Second one, 1, 7, minus 1. Then 1, 8, minus 1. Then 2, 5, minus 1. 2, 7, minus 1. Now the minus 1 is going on only. 2, 8, minus 1. Then 3, 5, minus 1. 3, 7, minus 1. 3, 8, minus 1. And this will go on. We have done with minus 1. Those elements have related with minus 1 of this set, of the set C. And again those elements will relate with that, and again with 2 and with 3. So total 27 elements we will get here, because 3 cross 3 cross 3 it is coming. Now what are those? What are those? Let me explain. If those are the axes, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. The third axis is called as z-axis. Actually those are like that. We are taking like this, but those are like that. The y-axis is going here, the x-axis is going this side, and the z-axis. This is the total three-dimensional plane actually. So just we are taking this part, the small part. That's why the negative here we are just leaving. Okay, this is the set. Now if I just write one point, that is 1, 1, 1. If I take 1, 1, 1, if this is the point, the simple point, 1 here, 1, and then at the z-axis also 1. So how this point looks like? Here 3 points are there. This is not the simple coordinate geometry that you can just join those and then other figures will form. This is not a two-dimensional, this is three-dimensional. So three-dimensional figure will be there, and three-dimensional figure cannot be drawn on the two-dimensional figure because the board is the two-dimensional figure. Let me draw this one. like this. More or less we have formed a cube actually. Actually 1 1 1, that means the cube will form. So this point is 1 1 1. Okay, the cube. This is the point of origin. So which is coming 1 1 1 1 1. This is coming 1 1 1. So what I need to say here, that is those are the three-dimensional points. Now for each and every real numbers and real numbers, that is rationals and irrationals, we will get one three-dimensional point. That means what we are getting for the huge term, the up to infinity, we are just covering the three-dimensional space, and so that is the three-dimensional space. We are just covering that three-dimensional space. So we are dealing with a simple concept, that is the Cartesian product of two sets, and we have reached, that is, to the three-dimensional plane. This is the beauty of this concept. Okay, so I think you have got those concepts. Let us come to our level actually, the class 11. Three-dimensional figure, it is there in class 12. Okay, just let us do now the Cartesian product, Cartesian product of those two sets. Some examples I need to give you. Students, if this is the example, three sets are given, A, B and C, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and some mixture of algebraic operations and the Cartesian product you have to find. A cross B union C, A cross B union A cross C, and A cross C intersection B cross C. In the set theory, actually I have forgotten to say, actually I have told, that is, this is called the intersection, intersection, or it is called the meet. In logic it is called the meet, and this is called the union, and also it is called the join and meet. In logic, mathematical logic, this can be called. Okay, now you have to find this. Very easy. Let me find. Number 1, we will do the those part according to the Bodmas rule. Actually you have learnt in class 5, so like that. So B union C we will find at first. B union C, what it is coming? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B union C we have got A cross B union C. That means 1, 2, 3 cross 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many elements will be there in this set? A set consists of 3 and B union C consists of 5. So 3, 5, 15. 15 elements will be there in this set. So let me see. Total 15 elements. Just check it. Total 15 elements we are getting here. Okay. Now A cross B and A cross C and its union. Number 2, A cross B. Okay, union you will do. I am doing the join here. A cross C, meet. A cross C here. A cross C. Directly I am writing. 9 elements will be there. 1. Total 6 elements are there. Now if I do the meet here, that is the intersection, A cross C intersection B cross C. What are the elements? 1, 4 is not there, no any 1 are there. 2, 2, 4. 2, 4 is here, 2, 5 is here, 2, 6 is there. Those are here. And okay, so only 2, 4, except of one part we have to take other things. A very important thing has came. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let me write this one. 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 3 6. So what we have got, actually we have got this one, B cross C. So A cross C intersection B cross C, we are getting B cross C. This is the beauty of set theory. When what we are getting, we cannot predict that what we are getting. Okay. So I think you have got how to do. Very easy. You will do your follow your exercise books, whatever you have. I am not coming to those. Now I want to say some results, and then I will just finish today's class. Or we can say the observations also. Observation 1. We are finding A cross B or other things, that is the cross Cartesian products A cross B. If A or B equals to 5, that is the null set or the void set. If one of the sets are 5, that is the null set, no elements will be there, then what will be of A cross B? A cross B will be also 5. Just the concept, a similar concept of the 0. One number into 0 is always 0. In this concept, what it is? That is, if A is 1, 2 and B equals to 5, that is nothing is there. So with whom that will be those elements will be related? No any elements are there. That means those cannot be related. So ultimately what we are getting? We are getting the null set only, 5 set. Okay. Now observation 2. Observation 2. The similar thing. A cross B, where A or B is infinite set. I am writing here infinite, but no any proper notation is there. Just for making you understand writing. A or B, any one or both will be infinite. So obviously it will have also infinite number of terms. So simple thing. Simple thing. A number multiplied by infinite numbers. So how many numbers you will get? You will get infinite numbers. So that is all. Very easy observation. Now observation 3. We write for ordered pairs, the Cartesian product ordered pairs will come. If we write A B is equals to M N. If we can write this one, that means A is equals to M and B is equals to N. This is the observation. A is equals to M and B is equals to N. For ordered pairs, those must be equal. Otherwise, that's why the term ordered we are using. The pair should be ordered in proper order. Okay. And now the observation 4, that is, and that actually we have used observation 4 what? That is order of cardinality. Cardinality, how we write? Cardinality of A. Just remember, I have told you cardinality of A, that is the number of elements of the set A, equals to, if we write P, and cardinality of B, if we write Q, then the cardinality of A cross B will be obviously P into Q. So those are some observations. Simple. If it was N of C, it is R. So cardinality of A cross B cross C, this is P into Q into R. Simple observations. So I think you have got this concept. This concept will be hugely used to the next part. Not the next part, that is the main part of our chapter, that is the relations and functions. So students, today up to this, if this video helped you to gain some knowledge, then please give a like, and also if you have any doubts, then you can say in the comment box also, and also in our WhatsApp group. And if you want to get the videos, actually my school students will get my videos, but the other school students, whoever are watching this one, if you want to get my videos, future updates, then please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.